I am 46 years old. I am a section chief at a small company. I spend every day stressed out from being scolded by my boss and training up the staff working under me. My only hobby is mountain climbing. I usually climb mountains in a group. However, on that day, since I suddenly thought of going the night before, I decided to freely enjoy mountain climbing all by myself. My plan was to start climbing early in the morning, reach the top by noon, have the boxed lunch my wife made while looking at the magnificent view, and climb down the mountain before the evening. I was also planning on getting a cake to please my wife and going home before dinner. The mountain I climbed this time was mountain close to me. It was about an hour drive to get to the parking lot of the starting point for the climb. However, I had never had a chance to climb it before. It was my first time. The mountain I saw from the parking lot had a little fog, and with a refreshing breeze blowing, I got prepared with excitement and went into the mountain. While taking pictures of unique flowers and birds on the way, I reached the top in 3 hours. There were already groups of people who had reached the top before me eating lunch at a little open space. I also enjoyed the boxed lunch my wife prepared to my heart's content and had warm coffee I had in my water bottle. Eating while looking at the magnificent nature is the best part of mountain climbing. I was very satisfied, feeling as if my daily stress was washed away. As I was taking my time, people around me started climbing down, and I was the only one left. Realizing that I had been at the top longer than I expected, I hurriedly prepared myself and started climbing down. Even though I had to speed up my pace and climb down, early on the way, my foot got caught at the place where dead leaves had piled up, and I ended up spraining my ankle. Oh no, I can't believe I've done it. It was right after I had started climbing down. It would take me 2 more hours even if I were not injured. I fixed my ankle as a temporary emergency treatment and walked while trying not to put weight on the ankle. However, I had a hard time increasing my pace, and the sun started setting. I thought I would not be able to return to the starting point before sunset, so I decided to go off the climbing route and go to the prefectural highway where it was easier to walk. If I walked along the prefectural highway, I did not have to worry about my steps even if it got dark, and it led to the parking lot. It was a mountain path with poor footing, but relying on the compass, I was safely able to get to the prefectural highway. While it was getting a little dark, I was slowly walking on the prefectural highway and came to a bus stop. I looked at the timetable and found that the last bus would get there in 10 minutes. This will save me. I decided to sit down on the bench and wait for the bus. When the time came, I saw the light from the headlights in the distance, and the bus going down the mountain appeared from inside the fog. As I got onto the bus, I sat in the seat right behind the driver. Well, I sprained my ankle. The bus came right on time, and it saved me. I talked to the driver from behind, but I guess he did not hear me for he did not say anything back. As I felt a little awkward and turned my head to the window, it was completely dark outside and I could see the reflection of the inside on the window. There were 7 other passengers other than me on board, including an old man, a high school student, a businessman, and a mother with an infant. All of them were facing down looking lifeless. As I watched the 7 people swaying along with the movement of the bus, I felt creepy. It was such a strange scene that I kept staring at the view of the inside reflected on the window. As the bus came close to the parking lot of the starting point, I pressed the buzzer. However, the bus kept going past the parking lot. "Hey, you went past the bus stop." I could not help but say it with a loud voice, and then the bus stopped gradually and the door opened. He is such a strange driver. As I was thinking that and I looked at his face as I was getting off, he was sitting looking lifeless just as the other 7 people. Once I got off the bus, the door of the bus immediately closed, and the bus disappeared into the fog again. As I was returning to the parking lot while dragging my leg, a local person passed by and talked to me. I told him about spraining my ankle and said, "Well, but the route bus saved me." He looked suspicious and said, "There is no bus running here." He said that there was an accident where a bus fell from a cliff up ahead and all the passengers died. Since then, the bus service has stopped and all the bus stops have been removed. I was shaking with fear, being told that the cliff was only 500 meters ahead of the place I got off. What would have happened if I had kept being on the bus?